back with another battle report here, and this is the second game of the usual tournament, cripple tournament here. Today my opponent is Skrell Lloyd, if I pronounce that word correctly. He's the first time I play him. He's supposedly from mid America, so we had some trouble. No troubles, but there was quite the time zone distance here. Anyways, this is my second game. The first game I lost 20-0, so it's the bottom match of the bottom, whatever you call it. List wise, very standard list. I'm not gonna go too much into it. Kind of special. I have 2 Terracooked Hearts, right? Yeah, but apart from that, it's kind of a specialist here. No, fairly standard. His list, however, has a fairly interesting theme here. It's spiders everywhere. 25 Goblin Reavers on spiders, 12 Goblin Reavers, 10 Goblin Reavers, 10 Goblin Reavers, and then 40 Gnashers. 2 big units of neophytes, and a lot of war machines. And 2 mages. And yeah, overall, I mean, headhunters, a lot of headhunters, right? I mean, by turn 2, you can technically have a whole unit of headhunters running around, which is quite the hell to deal with, to be honest. Anyway, let's get right into it here. So we're playing Refused Flank and King of the Hill. I got to choose side. He got to choose who goes fast. I picked a side with not so much terrain here, and 1 terrain piece, so I could hide my tank pods from his 2 screwers, from his war machines. And then he had this impossible terrain here, so it was just a little bit annoying for him to deploy. But I mean, he didn't really have that much anyway to deploy, so. But it would have been annoying for me, so I'm happy I got to pick this side here. Sadly, I would have preferred to start the game, but yeah, it is what it is. So he's turn 1. Spells wise, I'm running alchemy at the moment here, and I think I went with the silver spike, iron, word of iron, and my hereditary, and what's it called? The one that gives you -1. It gives you +1 iron penetration. Glory of gold. Yeah, and my Cayman Elders took Chilling Hall, and Fountain of Youth. And honestly, if I have to, just a little bit of a spoiler here, but if I have to choose a man of the match, not a man of the match, but if I had to choose between who did the best, my wizard, my Slan wizard, or my Cayman Elders, I would probably pick my Cayman Elders. Yeah, let's get right into it. He's turn 1, after Vanguard and stuff. He replaces 3 of his Goblin Reavers on the flank here with 3 headhunters, which are AP2 strength 4. So when they shoot my Terracooked, they can, with AP2, right? With AP2, I mean, they can, if they get enough time to deal with my Terracooked, they can, they have 12 shots, and his next turn he's gonna replace another 3. So that takes it to 12 shots, so 2 poisons, hitting on 4s. So that's 5 hits, winning on 5s, that's like 1.5, and so he do close to 2 wounds per turn, which is not bad, at all. Very dangerous, very difficult to deal with this unit here, very difficult to deal with. Luckily also, I should mention, I have 2 units of ambushing skink gorillas, and I'm hoping they can do something about that unit over there. So my battle plan here, if I should just mention my battle plan here. It was to, he has a lot of units, right? So it's kind of difficult to take one big unit and win the game. So it has to be like small units at a time. Obviously, he has the big Goblin Rio unit here. But the idea was, the reason why I put my Taker Guards down here was that I figured that if he was gonna have, he had what, 5 war machines, so I figured even though he didn't no, he deployed first, right? So he deployed all his war machines down here. So I figured my 2 blocks could quiet and easily just march over here, and if all the big units of all his cavalry units started running and fleeing from me, I could just quietly, easily just chew through the war machines and then call it a day. And because if he don't want to get caught, I don't think he can. I don't think I can catch him. These 3 units, because it's just difficult to catch, right? Yeah. So the idea where I wanted to take points was to kill the war machines, kill this unit of Gatooks, and my Titanium Pod hopefully could do something good against the Gnashers. And now I played a few times with this list here, and with going with 6 Caimans and 4 Caiman Elders as support for these 2 big blocks here. But I have to say that these 2 units, they don't operate all too well. I feel. But in any case, he's turn 1. He shoots a little bit. He doesn't do anything. Let me see here. So this is my turn 1. So I do take. I think I lose 4 Taker Guards and 4 Taker Warriors. And he's shooting face, and he gets down a. He's a Revel Guard. So he lands a Revel Guard, and I have the. Copies one of his spells mastery, so I kind of didn't care too much about him casting Revel Guard, because I figured I would just return the favor every time he did so. But my turn here, I charges his Goblin Reavers with my Cayman Elders. No, not Cayman, just my Cayman Warriors, and I need a 9, but he chooses to flee. And that's about it, right? And then I move up. I have giant boats on these 2 units here, right? So I was thinking that I wanted to shoot the Goblin Gnashers with my giant bows here. So I moved these 3 units of giant bows up, getting ready to hopefully try and thin out these Goblin Gnashers before we meet on the battlefield. In Magic, my Magic, I only have Silver Spikes and Chilling Hall. And obviously this turn Revel Guard as well. So I think in the Magic phase I try to get, I think I roll, it's a low flux card, and I try to get off a Chilling Hall, which he stops, and then I have 3 dice left, try to cast Revel Guard, but I fail. Despite me being able to rerolling once and being allowed to reroll 1 dice apart from that. So I mean, and I get +2 to cast, so I needed to roll 10 with rerolling once, rerolling 1 dice to get it through. I was a little bit sad I didn't get it, because I mean, Revel Guards could be really good in this area here, right? But anyway, it didn't happen. So his turn 2, and this is where kind of a lot of action happened. He goes for call walk. He calls the war cry, and as you can see here, I kind of set it up a little bit. That I was kind of prepared for not being the idea of this was that I could flee. I didn't put it that way. I could flee. So what actually happens here in his turn here is that he makes a lot of charges. He charges his big units of Reavers, his small units of Reavers, his other unit of Reavers, and his Gnashers unit. As you can see here, I shot the Gnashers unit in the flank, and I think I killed like 10 or so. not 10, but I kill a decent bunch. And he pops up with his headhunters over here. So the charges here, he charges my skinks first, which I choose to flee with, and then he redirects into my Cayman Elders, which I choose to flee with as well. And then he charges with the Goblin Lashes. The Goblin Lashes charges into my Tego Warriors, which I choose to flee with. And then they redirect into my Cayman Warriors, which I choose to flee with as well. And these guys, I don't think they were in range of anything actually. I think they just moved up here. And the Nympheus guards, they come in as well here. So yeah, he called Whack here, right? And he fails all his charges here. And now I have some things going for me and something not so much going for me, right? He do get the charge on my Tail Guards, which I managed to heal back 4 of again. So I'm full size again. And he do get that charge off, and I think this charge looks a little bit dangerous, to be honest. Kinda dangerous, right? But he fails this charge here, which is, I mean, this allows me to get 2 units into his flank here, right? And he just called Warg, so he's light troops now, so he's not steadfast anymore. This should be really good for me, right? And I think my Titanibot needed a 6 to hit his flank here. So I was actually pretty happy about the situation right about now, because if my Tego Guards was just able to tank for 2 turns, then these guys could rally, turn around and charge here, and then I would be able to win on static combat resolution, I believed. So yeah. Yeah, I was pretty happy about all my units starting fleeing, actually, surprisingly. So let's see here how his turn 2 goes. As you can see here, my Caymans fails their rally check. They run off the field, and his Wrath of God comes down. It hits. I can't remember who did it hit. I think it hits my Skinks, my Cayman Elders, and my Cayman Warriors, and my Tego Warriors as well. So it was pretty harmful. And here as well, I lost close to what? I think I lost six Tego Guards, and I only managed to do 2 wounds back on him. He trying to hit the netters to remove the AP modifier. But in my turn here, my turn 2 here, I do get the charge off on his Gnashes here, and I actually also charges with my Tauructus Herds, which I think maybe I shouldn't have. I think if I didn't charge, they were here originally, right? So if I just move these guys a little bit here, then maybe I could have tried to shoot these guys in the flank, and that would have been nice. I think that would have been much better, because they actually needed a 9 to hit the charge. Yeah. I do rally my Tego Warriors here, which is nice. So now I can potentially charge. If I manage to stay with my Tego Guards, then I can get a charge here on with his Goblin Reavers here. Yeah, my Goblin rallies as well, so I can't really do anything this turn. All my things just rallies and turn around. Magic wise, I think I get Chilling Hall off. Let's see here. Yeah, so magic, I think I get absolutely 0 spells off, which is obviously a pretty bad magic phase. And I don't catch the Goblin Lashes. I do make them flee, but I don't catch them. And that's about it. And I make, actually in my turn, I win the combat here with my Tego Guards here. This combat here. in his turn, right? In my turn 2, I win it. I win the combat. He's obviously only strength 2 now after the charge here, but he still have 2 demo guards in there with strength 6. But yeah, I win that combat and they start running. And despite him fleeing with 4d6, I managed to catch one of his unit. But this is a pretty big mistake on my part here. So he has his general here, right? And if I decide to pursue, he's gonna be able to flank charge my Tego guards inside a forest. And my Anorak is exposed to being able to be hit. Which is a pretty damn bad situation, but I completely forgot about that spider, so I chose to run over here, and he obviously gets to charge me in the flank. He has Goblin Gnashers, 4 attacks from the pet, 3 attacks himself, plus Goblin Gnashers, so 10 attacks in total. 6 of them is strength 5, and 4 of them is strength 6. Hitting on 3s, wounding in respective 3 and 2s. My Anorak has 4 wounds. Yeah, probably what is defined as a mistake. On the other flank, on the positive news here, right? Oops, though I do get the Goblin Gnashers to flee. I kill a few. I don't catch them. Yeah. Not so many things positive to say. So he's turn 3 here, right? And it looks pretty dark, doesn't it, for me? I mean, he rallies his Goblin Gnashers. Now, even if my Titanic charges, he's gonna have to be looking straight into these Goblin Gnashers. And I tried from experience. Actually, Titanic fighting front to front with Goblin Gnashers is not always fun. They do hit on 3s, wounding on 5s, 1 spell. If they get +1 strength, then they're wounding on 4s. That just straight up kills the Titanic bot. On this case here, they could get a Wheel of Turn because he has Witchcraft. My Tego Guards looks pretty devastating. Charged by the flank, into the flank by his Lord. My Anorak is exposed. My Tego Guards in an interesting spot, right? I mean, if I do manage to hold my Tego Guards here, I can get a flank attack here, which would save my Tego Guards. And he also rallies here, so he rallies his big unit of Goblin Reavers, so he's ready for another charge here, which is also it's not good, is it? Yeah. He charges with his first. He charges his big unit of headhunters, I should call them, I guess. And on my skinks, I choose to flee. He counter charges here with his small unit of Goblin Reavers, so they run back, putting them within charge range of. No, actually, that's not what happens. Sorry, he just charges with his Goblin Reavers, and I choose to just hold or stand and shoot, and I do nothing. No, actually I choose to flee, and he just catches me, right? He catches me here. So his headhunters haven't charged, so they can actually shoot. And he decides to try and take down my Cayman Elders unit here. So now he has 20 shots from the Neolites to shoot. I think he forgets to make the Neolites wide, so he can only get 20 shots off on me. And yeah, but plus 20 shot plus another 12 shots from the rear looks bad. I mean, I'm not even particularly close to taking out his war machines. My Tego guys, they look in a pretty rough space. Let's put it like this. I'm having my faith in my Titanic pot right now. Here, I don't really see what I can do. It's so hard to. I feel like I get it outmaneuvered really easily by these fast cavalry units. It's really difficult to deal with. But yeah, let's see what happens. He's turn 3, right? So we're fighting in combat. So the big combat we have here, right? So let's just talk about what happened here before. So he charges here. He managed to do exactly 0 wounds on my Anorak mage. Or he managed to do 3 and I managed to save 3. So I stick around, which I'm pretty happy about. Yeah, because if he killed my Anorak, right, I would have been in a forest, charged in a flank and a rear, and he would have had a lot of, so I would just be auto running. Lost Tegaraj, lost Anorak. It would have been really bad if he had killed him, but he survives. And so this is my next turn, right? So now, oh, he do shoot my Cayman Elders. Yeah, I have 1 left. I have my champion left with 3 wounds. But on the other hand here, I do get the charge onto this guy here. So I do starting having a little positive, something positive here. Oh, no, what did I do? Did I do it? Oh, I hit the, hold on here. I'm not sure why you, when you press zoom you just, okay, so I'll just try to zoom in here a little bit here. So this is where we were. Yeah, so oh, you can actually, there's this button here, full screen. Or is that a screenshot? Huh. Never mind. Never mind. So yeah, I get the chance here. So now there is this positive thing here because my champion, if he challenge, I have ranks, charge, flank, and rear. So I calculated even if he does max wound, I'm gonna be winning by 2. And that means he has to pass a leadership 6 test. And if he fails that, I get to overrun with my Taker Warriors into that unit of big Goblin Reavers, and he's only have 2 guys that can hit me back. He's gonna be strength 2. I mean, that's pretty positive. So I'm seeing a little bit of light here. I'm taking my chances here, and my Cayman Elders go for a suicide mission. I was within 6 inches, so he doesn't get to stand and shoot, so he does get to charge here. And I'm starting to try and clean up these headhunters with my 2 units here. Which is actually not, I mean, they have the giant bows, right? I mean, this looks pretty tasty, right? 4 shots hitting on 4s, wounding on what, 3s and 2s. I mean, it could potentially clean up all these headhunters as well. So I felt like the game went from looking pretty negatively into a situation where I still have some tools where I could potentially still be in the game. But how does it go, right? So this is the combat. So we fight down here. I do get some magic off here, so I'm trying to, because I'm gonna challenge here, right, with my Cayman, not my, I'm gonna challenge with my Taker Warrior champion, and so I tried to get off my he's Awakened Beast to get the attribute off on him, but he dispels that one, and then I get Word of Iron off. I tried to cast Word of Iron, which fails as well, and I think all I end up getting is it nothing? Let's see here. No, I do get Word of Iron off. Yeah, I do get the boosted version of Word of Iron up, I believe, which give him a 2 plus armor save. Yeah, 2 plus armor save, but it's still against 25, so he's still gonna be saving on 4s and 5s. Here. So let's just see how the fight goes here. So here I actually managed to kill 5 of his guys, and he managed to do 0 wounds on me, but he passes his leadership check, and he has poison spears, right? So I'm pretty sure I will die eventually. My shots here, I think I have my giant bows here. They all misses, and I do like 1 wound or 2 wounds for my skink gorillas here. Pretty bad. Here, however, and here, he rolls terribly on his goblin gnashes. I managed to land maybe 2 wounds or something like that. I managed to kill enough to make him steadfast, take away his steadfast, so he runs. And here I lose the combat as mentioned. I win the combat by 2, and he starts running, and he runs through his goblin reavers here. His 25 goblin reavers with his 2 demigods here. Well, he's big boss. He fails. He fails his leadership check, and he runs up the map. His lord is still there somewhere around here, but he runs up the map here. So this is pretty big. I killed his lord. I killed his big unit of goblin reavers. I managed to stay here. I kill apparently a lot of. And then this is also Breath of God. So I killed a little bit of his unit here. I think I do like, yeah, because this is why I said they were hill. Because I did like 1 wound to 1 headhunter, and I did like 1 wound to each of the headhunters, and then I had to repeat it again. It's crazy good. But he has his comet Wrath of God, and it lands, and I think the comet kills his whole unit, close to. Oh, just 1 guy left, right? Just 1 guy left from the comet here, and that was very lucky. Anyway, he's turn 4, so this was a really rough turn. My turn 3 was really good. It basically turned the game completely around from being in a losing positioning to a somewhat winning position, or at least not a losing position, right? Yeah, somewhat actually close to a winning position here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, what happens here? I think. Yeah, and you can see these tokens here. These indicate that he failed his leadership test. I think he failed like 6 plus 8 leadership tests like in a row or something like that. So all his war machines can't shoot. He lost his big block of units. He lost his Gnashes unit here. I'm still fighting down here to keep them off the objective. He's no longer had headhunters, so now it's basically just a clean up for the rest of the game here, and hoping to keep my Titanic pot alive. He has his terminology mates down here, so he's still gonna be having Hand of Heaven, so he can shoot Hand of Heaven every single turn on this guy. 2 bolt throwers, so he might die. Anyway, he's turn 4. Nothing really happens. My turn, start of my turn 4. My last unit of skink gorillas, scout ambushes come in, so I'm trying to shut off the escape paths here from him. Oh, his magic face, he gets down the Titanic totem. Oh, not the, but the Wrath of God puts it here. So within a 9, he hits his own war machines, and apart from that, anything below 9, he hits these 2 units. So my turn, I move these guys out to creatures. Sorry. No, I move these guys up to the hill here, so I can start working on his scoring units down here, so they won't be able to content the objective in the middle here, the king of the hill here. I charge here. I check for distance here, so I charge my Taker Warriors. I check that they can kill this machine here, turn around and move back to the king of the hill objective in 2 turns. So that's the plan. They charge here, turn back, and go back to take the objective here. Yeah, that's pretty much my turn. His Wrath of God kills the catapult here. So my Titanic pot, and I think he also deals 4 wounds to my Titanic pot or something. with various kind of shooting and stuff. So now my titanic pot is actually pretty bad, but I thought it would be okay because I thought I could just kill the catapult or run into the other catapult and I would be safe from shooting in his turn. But sadly he rolled a big high roll and he also managed to hit his own catapult and kill it. So now my titanic pot was left in the open. Yeah. But his turn 5. Nothing particularly happens. He do kill the small unit of skinks over here. He moves up to prepare to try and contest the objective here. I think he fails his march check here, and he can only move so much. And he prepares to. Oh yeah, his mates miscasted last turn, I believe, from casting Wrath of God and took 2 wounds. Yeah, I think he's just preparing to kill, do 1 wound to my titanic pot, and try and do as much damage as possible. So my turn 5. I move here. I move. Why does it do this? My turn 5. I move up. Try and start shooting his unit here. It's basically just clean up, right? Yeah, I clean up. I clean up this half of this unit plus his level 4 mates. Clean up one of the war machines. I get the objective. Let's just see the end screen here actually. So this is the end screen here. He doesn't manage. He fails his shots on my titanic pot. It gets to live. I kill half points of the Nymphios lights here, and I chaff him so he can't hit the objective. I take the objective, and I shoot into his skirmish unit of Nephilites here, and I manage to kill. I get a Glory of Gold off into the flank, and that managed to kill his wizard, and a few other guys, and he managed to kill my skink gorillas here, and that's the end of the game, right? Yeah. So this is the end. So at the end of the game here, I win by. I take the objective plus another 3,900 points approximately, and I give away 1,500 points. So it's a 19-1. Turns into a 19-1. Yeah, good game. I got really lucky, and I have to say it's hard to play against light cavalry that can just run around your flanks and threaten your flanks without me being able to set up proper counter charges. And I think this is one of the things this list here lacks. Something good to play around with on the flank. Yeah, has a really strong center, but the flanks is lacking a lot here. But anyway, a good game, and I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I hope we can see each other again. Thanks for watching or listening.